Hey, what up? This is Lugnuts.Guapo coming at you from good old Texas Hot Rides, and today we're gonna do our first impressions on a Chevy SS. Super stoked, really stoked. They were only made for about 4 years, and I believe this was 17. I might be wrong on that, but if you want more information on that, go ahead and check out their website at hotrides.com. And this particular one has a mild cam on it, and they come stock with a V8 LS3, so pretty dope. I don't know if you're in the highlight reel, pricey sticker says like a turbo on it. This is not turboed. It would be pretty sweet if it was, but hey, that's it right there. So we're gonna go ahead and show that highlight reel, shall we? All right, let's start this puppy out, shall we? Yep, that sounds real good. Alright, so the interior, oh man, well, it's actually pretty nice. Kind of what you would expect from Chevrolet. Their interiors are, there's a style to their interior, and I'm not really sure how to describe it, but it's a nice interior, but you do get the idea that, hey, this is a domestic vehicle, this is a four-door sedan, this is a practical everyday driver, if you will. And I mean, the seats are leather, got the big S&S insignias on the seats. The steering wheel is very nice and very ergonomic. I got the little paddle shifters in here. This is not a stick vehicle. It's automatic transmission with, you know, again, kind of what every car has nowadays, especially if they're trying to be sporty, is they add the little S with the plus and the minus. And yeah, I mean, overall, it's kind of your typical, and almost like an Impala. You know, I mean, that has a little bit of accents here and there that kind of give it that flair. The red stitching and whatnot. I think this is like kind of like suede looking stuff. Yeah. Feels a little bit different than suede. Got your pop-up display up front, and I mean, this is like, you got your odometer, all that right here, kind of like you usually would. But then you got your little projection screen on the front, and is that projection screen? Just a little projector into the windshield, and you can kind of see, you know, your temperature, what gear you're in, yada yada yada, and of course speed. So let's get to it. Let's see, there's a mode selector here. Don't even know how to work that. Oh, there it is. Let's just use sport because, I mean, that's why we're here, right? So this thing from factory is in the 400s horsepower, you know, to the wheels. With this mild cam, we estimate it's going to be right around the 500 mark. And I go, I believe it's the same one the Corvettes have. So it feels a lot like your typical V8. It's not like super crisp on the acceleration unless you like fully step on it. I think a lot of it, you have to do a lot with the transmission when you're like, you know, you kind of like step on it and then you feel that little lag, then, you know, you go up, down, and you go. So we were on 6th gear just then. We were only doing like 40 miles an hour. That's on automatic. There's something about automatic transmissions that I just, I don't know. It's just, I just don't like it. So right now we're about 40 miles an hour. I don't even lost what gear we were in. Oh, 3rd gear. There you go. 3rd gear, and we're about 3,000 RPM. So it's a comfortable car. The seats are just very nice. And that, I mean, that doesn't like hold you in, kind of like a more serious sport car per se. You know, you don't have like the racing seats. This is definitely kind of like a daily driver kind of a car where it's comfortable. I will say on that note, the suspension is not super soft, and I do have a sport mode, but even earlier, just moving around the parking lot, going around bumps, it does feel very stiff. Like the suspension is stiff, not as stiff as like say like a Fiesta ST, which is what I have, and it does feel heavy, and that in combination with the stiffness of the suspension, well, you know, what can you say? It does feel. It's not the most comfortable ride in that sense, but the seats are actually pretty nice. So we're still driving in sport mode, been got in third gear again, 45 miles an hour, about 2,800 RPM. It definitely has a really nice growl. I've never you don't see these very often. The only one that I've seen was a red one. Completely stock, wasn't nearly as rowdy as this one. Of course, this is not crazy rowdy, but it does have a nice bark to it. It is the whole paddle shifter thing. Maybe this is just me, but if it's not like a supercar, if it's not a Corvette, if it's not a Ferrari, if it's not a Lamborghini, the paddle shifters just kind of feel cheap. You might have a difference in opinion. This is just how it feels to me. This is just my first impressions of this Chevy SS. So, man, it's just sitting at idle. I don't know if the camera can catch that. It's just It definitely feels much like, like what it is, a cammed motor, and it definitely gives you that feeling like I'm on the drag strip. It's not as crazy as an actual drag car, obviously, but it definitely has that little vibration that makes you feel like I'm in race mode. I'm ready to go. So we're going over some train tracks. Yeah, I mean, not the most comfortable, I will say that. Even though we've been shifting with the paddle shifters in sport mode, there's obviously a little bit of delay. Again, this is one of the things that I do not like about automatic transmissions. Granted, not all automatic transmissions are like that. They're not created equal, so. Well, that was exciting. It's like, it takes it a second to realize what you're telling it to do. Let's slow down here because I've been pegged up here before by a good old Carrollton PD. To make sure this car next to me is not a cop. It is not. Let's downshift. Now we're going around a corner. It sticks, man. It sticks real good. This is actually, if you wanted something that had a nice bark to it, something that is comfortable, semi-comfortable to drive, other than the suspension, but again, like any sports car, even my own personal Fiesta ST and Focus ST for that matter, my cousin has one. I've gotten the chance to drive that quite a bit. The suspension is always going to be stiff on most sports cars. That's just how it is. So if you wanted something that a daily driver that makes you feel like you can drive the crap out of it, drive it aggressively, and not feel like you're going to break something, this is actually not a bad car to have, especially with that LS motors are just kind of indestructible, pretty bulletproof for the most part. Slow speed turns, high speed turns, it definitely inspires that confidence. And there's a lot of cars that don't do that, like going around a corner and it just feels uneven. I don't know if that makes any sense. Come on. Per usual, at the end of the day, I'm just trying to cram these reviews or first impression videos, and traffic like nobody's business. Come on. Woo. Yep. There's definitely that hesitation in shifting. That's my only complaint, really. It seems like a very sensible sedan. And a lot of people, it's funny because there's a lot of people that don't know much about these cars. Again, they're only made for 4 years. it kind of looks like a Chevy Impala. Kind of. There's obviously, yeah, you know. Anyways, it is a very, very fun vehicle to drive. And if you are interested, you should definitely test drive one of these. Again, sedan, sensible for the family. You want a daily driver that's, for the most part, comfortable, and has an LS3 with a mild cam. Texas Hot Rides got you covered. HotRides.com, I'm pretty sure they've dealt with everybody nationwide, so they can take care of you if you decide to purchase something like this, or this particular one. This particular one has 40,000 miles, and it is pretty clean. So it effortlessly moves. Effortless. You just barely step on it, and it just, yeah. Anyways, till catch you next time. Drive safe.